Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I worked at a treatment center for a short time, and I get asked a lot of questions about that. A lot of people have been to treatment several times, in and out, through that whole cycle. Treatment center, inpatient treatment center, then they leave, they go to an outpatient IOP program, sober living, they relapse, they go back into treatment. And I have a lot of people ask me, is treatment even worth it? And I think treatment is misunderstood. First thing, I'm not talking about the whole industry fiasco that is, I don't care what industry you're in. Somebody's going to find a way to exploit it. I'm talking about real treatment. It is a known fact that there are a lot of people that need to go through detox. It's just a given. They are so sick. And alcohol abuse, alcohol detox is the most dangerous detox there is. It is more dangerous than a heroin detox, believe it or not. Alcoholics will seizure and die. And so it's important that a medical detox happen. For heroin users, the detox is painful, very painful, and very uncomfortable. And so the success rate is very low for people trying to kick it at home on their own. It's very low. It's too painful. Their bones ache. I mean, it's miserable. Meth addicts are not going to die. They're going to sleep and eat a lot. That's what you're guaranteed with a meth detox. And so, it's important. But I think people's thinking about treatment centers is all wrong. They think that they send someone to treatment and they're going to get cured, that they're going to go get fixed. The problem did not happen in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. It's not going to be fixed in 30, 60, or 90 days. Treatment, to me, when I try to explain treatment to someone, I explain it like MASH, the TV show. If you've seen MASH, MASH is a mobile surgical hospital. And people from the front lines anywhere were brought into a MASH unit and immediately taken care of critical state. I like to say they stopped the bleeding. They got them in, they got them stabilized, they got them bandaged up enough to get to the hospital, right? Then they shipped them off to Seoul. They had to act quick. They had to do things to get the bleeding to stop, get the person in a stable position, and then send them off for further care. That is what a treatment center is. People go to treatment so that they can detox safely and completely under doctor's care. And once they're detoxed, then usually their phone is taken away, their email, their text, whatever it is, to kind of stop the bleeding. Just give them a minute to recover. Let's get the substance out of their body. Let's give them a few minutes without all the triggers and all the people around them, right? With all the day-to-day bullshit. And let's give them a chance to just stabilize for a minute. During that process, usually, they start introducing some therapy. They start introducing some treatment. I worked at a 12-step based program, and I would only send someone to a 12-step based program. I don't think that it's helpful to go to a spa. You get medically assisted detox, and then you go and swim and do some yoga and meditate. I mean, if you know anything about the mental illness of alcoholism, that is just going to give it a respite, a chance to regroup, and then it's going to come back even stronger. Personal opinion. A lot of people, if you got sober that way, kudos. I don't care how someone gets sober as long as they get sober. But my experience is that a 12-step based program is really the fundamentals to long-term sobriety. So they go into treatment like a MASH unit, they get bandaged up, and usually what they do is they turn them over to an aftercare program. What are they going to do to maintain their sobriety? It's one thing to get sober, it's another thing to stay sober. Usually while in treatment, they will have AA or NA, some 12-step meetings, come to the center, to show them how meetings work, or they'll take them off site and go to meetings to show them how meetings work. That is the hospital they're going to turn them over to. Usually they'll suggest either go into an IOP, which is an outpatient program, which means they'll go 3 to 5 times a week, check in, get some further education, see how they're doing on their meetings, continue any therapy that might be needed, and kind of just a taper back into your life. But meetings are the key. And I can't express that enough. If you go to AA, get comfortable, because you're going to need to go for the rest of your life. And at first you won't like it, but then you will love it. I don't dread going to meetings. I look forward to going to meetings now. I mean, I do. First thing, it gives me an hour where I'm not thinking about me. I'm paying attention to someone else. And in an alcoholic mind that's constantly going, drinking or not, it's nice to have that reprieve. It also is where other new people are. And my sobriety is based on helping people. If I'm not available to make this answer available for someone, then, you know, I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget real quick. So I think treatment centers are a great option. I think they're a very necessary option for a lot of people that are sick and need to be medically detoxed. Anymore, you could think, well, just go to the hospital. The hospitals won't do that. The hospitals are tired of us, alcoholics and addicts. They are sick of us. You go in, they give you some Ativan, they bring your blood alcohol level down to a certain point, and they say, get out. They might come in and say, you need to go to treatment, right? You need to be detoxed, and you need to be kind of locked up for a little bit here and get a grip and make a plan. And you're not going to be able to make the plan. So that's what the treatment center does. They help you make the plan. And so hospitals are life-saving urgent moments. You know, they will save your life. But they can't set you up with a plan of success. They might want to, but they're too busy. So they will suggest a medical assisted detox or treatment. And so you're going to get there one way or another. Even anymore, if you get to court and the judge looks at you and says you're either going to jail or you're going to treatment. I mean, somehow you're going to get to treatment. If you're able to stop on your own, if you're a binge drinker and you don't need a medical assisted detox, you could just bypass treatment and go right to AA. Cut out the middleman. You know what I mean? But nobody seems to want to do that. And I think, especially in the heyday of the insurance treatment fiasco that was going on, a lot of these kids were just going in and hanging out at treatment and then going to another treatment and just burning through insurance, which is why we have a problem with insurance today. Getting coverage for people that really need help. And once the children turn 26 and the insurance, they're not on their parents' insurance anymore, and the parents have spent all their funds and savings on these kids, on their deductibles and their meds and all this crap, you know, they have to send to detox. You know, then people usually get pretty serious about getting sober, which rolls right into codependency. My spiel on codependency, which I'm not going to do right now. I just pretty much wanted to answer the question about treatment and why treatment's important, and it is so important, but people get the wrong idea about it. You have to follow through, and you have to go to meetings, and you have to look after your disease. It is not your fault you have alcoholism or addiction, but it is your fault if you don't treat it. It's your responsibility, nobody else's. Have a great day. Bye.